Hello everyone, welcome back to Jikook Moments. BTS is currently in Lisbon, and no, this is absolutely not an ordinary trip. There has been no official announcement, no explanation. And that's exactly the issue, because every single detail feels far too deliberate to be called a coincidence. From the excessive luggage, to a city filled with meaning, to one connection that keeps resurfacing in the quiet, today we're going to talk about what's really happening in Lisbon, and why this particular Jikook moment is so hard to ignore. As we already know, BTS is currently traveling, and so far the one destination that has been truly confirmed is Lisbon. A city that simply cannot be considered a coincidence, neither for BTS nor for ARMY. Lisbon is not just a beautiful backdrop on the European map. It's a city rich in history, art, and calm, an atmosphere that feels deeply aligned with the phase BTS is in right now. The members have already been spotted at several iconic landmarks. Namjoon, for example, was captured enjoying a museum in a way that felt incredibly calm and reflective. So him. No rush, no performance, just an artist absorbing the world around him. That brief moment alone was enough to touch many armies, reminding us once again that BTS knows how to be present honestly, even in silence. And yet, beneath all of this, one big question continues to hang in the air. What is BTS actually doing in Lisbon? For now, there are no answers. No official statement. No confirmation from HYB. No explicit hints from the members themselves. All we have are small fragments that spark curiosity. So it's no surprise that theories are everywhere, ranging from MV filming, international interviews, special programs, to exclusive content planned for release at just the right time. Without concrete information, all we can really do is speculate and allow ourselves to dream a little. But there is one detail that's impossible to ignore, and paradoxically, it's the loudest in its silence. They did not travel lightly. The number of suitcases the members brought is far from normal for a short trip or a casual vacation. This is not a weekend getaway. This is the kind of trip that signals serious preparation, a longer stay, and a structured agenda. Let's be honest, BTS wouldn't pack half their wardrobe unless something big was being prepared. That's why rumors about recording sessions and an extended stay feel reasonable. Everything points to one conclusion: whatever they're working on, it matters. Meanwhile, armies all over the world continue to wait patiently and faithfully. No demands, no pressure. A short live, one group photo, or even a brief greeting would already be enough to ease our hearts. And of course, there's one small but big hope that continues to be held onto: an OT7 live, or at the very least, a Jikook appearance they promised months ago. That promise hasn't been forgotten. And we're still here, waiting. And then we arrive at the airport moment. Because, as we already know, BTS never truly passes through an airport without leaving behind something emotionally unforgettable. This time was no different. In fact, it was the opposite. Jikook moments were undeniably present. Impossible to ignore. Jimin and Jungkook once again showed that their connection is not something staged or forced. This isn't about grand gestures. It's about consistency. Because let's be honest, they don't avoid each other. They don't keep their distance. They don't pretend to be strangers. Instead, they seek each other out. Naturally, mutual, almost instinctive. And this is the part that's often missed. Real connections don't always show up in big gestures, but in small things that repeat, quietly, steadily, and genuinely. And of course, as expected, the haters, especially the loudest Jikookers, rushed in to downplay everything. But they failed. Because every Jikook interaction, no matter how small, carries more weight than interactions that feel forced. And deep down they know it. That's what bothers them. One small moment triggered it all. Jimin gently touching Jungkook's head. A subtle gesture. Almost automatic. Not theatrical. Not aimed at the camera. Not done for anyone. It was simply Jimin, being himself, with Jungkook. And somehow, that alone was enough to provoke exaggerated reactions. Accusations followed. Fan service. Fan service? Touching someone's head? Seriously? What's most ironic is that this moment wasn't even filmed up close. The video was taken from afar, zoomed in. They weren't posing, not on a red carpet, not even aware they were being recorded. And yet, whenever it comes to Jikook, every gesture is always deemed too much. Meanwhile, other videos are deliberately ignored. Videos showing Jimin and Jungkook walking together, talking, laughing, exchanging looks, fully in their own world. All of that becomes invisible because it doesn't support a certain narrative. They also turn a blind eye to other small details. Jungkook eating beside Jimin, leaning his body toward him, his attention constantly drifting back. Anything that doesn't serve their agenda is conveniently dismissed. Because acknowledging it would mean accepting one uncomfortable truth. The Jikook connection doesn't need exaggeration to feel real. The most revealing part of all is this. Even Jimin's smallest actions are always labeled fan service, even far from cameras, even without an audience. But because they know Jikook interactions carry weight. Because they know it isn't acting. And because something real cannot be controlled. So Jimin gets attacked, accused, blamed. Because that's easier than accepting the truth. When we look deeper, the contradictions become even clearer. They claim Jikook is real because it's not visible, because it's private, because it's not shown openly. Yet at the same time, Taeyong is the member who most frequently uploads content with Jungkook, photos, videos, riding in the same car, eating together, meetings, group moments. And that's fine. They're friends. Longtime companions. Almost like family. The issue isn't what Taeyong does, but how it's selectively interpreted. There are no romantic gestures, no intimate contact, no distinctive emotional intensity, yet it's still labeled true love. Meanwhile, when Jimin merely stands next to Jungkook, he's accused of seeking attention. And that's where everything collapses. Because by the same logic, the standard should apply equally. But it doesn't. Because the problem isn't the action, it's who does it. What bothers them the most is the fact that, often, it's Jungkook who initiates interactions with Jimin. And when that happens, they go silent. Because Jungkook can't be attacked, so Jimin becomes the easiest target. In the end, the reality is simple. Real interactions don't need to be exaggerated. And sincerity doesn't need to be shouted to be recognized. While some people exhaust themselves defending fragile narratives, some of us simply observe the facts, calmly. Because in the end, consistency always speaks the loudest. Ultimately, we don't need official confirmation to understand what we're seeing. Because real connections don't appear once. They appear repeatedly, consistently, and without effort. While some remain busy denying and twisting narratives, the facts stand quietly in place. And as always, Jikook don't need to explain anything, because their presence already speaks for itself. Thank you for watching Jikook Moments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next moment.